Today I'd like to show you guys how to create the candy dispenser that we're making in class right now using V-Carve Pro, and then using our CNC router then to cut this out. So first we need to find the program. Here it is, V-Carve Pro. We'll open that up. Alright, and what we're going to do once we get to this screen is we're going to create a new file. Because I've worked on this a little bit before, once or twice. It already has the dimensions in here, so for you guys being just new, your dimensions aren't going to be the same as mine, but you need to make them that. So first, with the job type, it's going to be single-sided, so we shouldn't have to change anything there. For our width, we're going to type in 5.5 inches. That's how wide our piece is going to be. Our height is going to be 11.75 inches high, okay, in our y-axis. Our width is our x-axis here. And then thickness, which we aren't really seeing here, needs to be at 1.5. And make sure that our units are in inches, not in millimeters. The Z0 surface is going to be the material surface and not the machine bed, so it should look like this. And our XY datum position should be the lower left-hand corner. If this is correct, you will see this little red dot right now down in this bottom corner. If you select someplace else, you'll see that that red dot moves. Okay, it needs to be in the bottom left-hand corner. And we don't really need to mess with these, so all we have to do is hit OK at this point. Once we do our materials, you'll see that your sizes will shift, and it should look like this right now. What I need for you to do next to start our drawing here is come over to Draw a Line, Polyline. Okay, once we click on this, we are going to get this menu that appears. Okay, and this allows us to type in specific XY coordinates to place the end of our line. Okay, once we have our line in, then we can tell it angles, lengths of the lines, things like that. But for right now, we want to start our drawing, and we're going to start right up here at the top, right in this corner. So what I want you to do is type in for our X coordinate 0.75. So that right now, just with what we have written, is moving over 0.75 inches down here along this bottom until we type in 11.75, which is how long we made this piece. So now by hitting add, that puts me right up here at this top line. You can see that now I am starting a line here. If I come over here at angle and type in -90, or I could type in 270 as well, but just for ease, -90, that should bring my line straight down, and now I need to tell it how long it needs to be, hence the L, and that's going to be 6.75. Okay, I click add, and you can see that my line just came in for me. Next, we're going to be changing our angle again. So now from here, I'm going to type in -45 because I want my angle to go down towards the right here at 45 degrees, and I want the length of that line to be 1.5 inches. Okay, and when I hit add, it brings that line in, and now I can click finish. Alright, so I have the first part of my candy dispenser in, and now to make this a little bit easier for me, I'm going to go back to draw a polyline, but for this part I'm not going to use the coordinate input here. Instead, I'm going to take my cursor over here until I get to the midpoint of this line. You see how I have this dotted line that goes right down the middle of my page? That's what I want to see. When I see that, I'm going to left click one time on my mouse, and I'm going to continue to follow that down until I get to this bottom line, and I'm going to click that again. Okay, and now I have this tail here, If I click the escape button on my keyboard, that will go away. You see that my line is turned pink to show me that it's there. And if I hit escape one more time, it'll turn into a black solid line. Okay, this line will be important for us in the next stage, so make sure that you have this drawn and it goes from top to bottom and it's in the middle. Okay, what we're going to do next is use our mirror button, and that is right here. Okay, under the transforms objects. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this button and I want to click what it is that I want to flip, which is this line right here. All right, now before I do anything else, I need to hold the control button down on my keyboard, and with that held down, I'm going to press C to copy and V to paste. Now when you saw when I clicked the V, a black line appeared underneath this pink dotted line. You need to be able to see that. If you don't, when you do the next step, we're not going to be any farther ahead than when we started. Okay, so that has to be there. Okay, and at this point, if you haven't let go of the control button, you can do that now. Now we're going to flip horizontally, and we're flipping horizontally based on that line. So if we click, flips it in half. Here we are. Okay, now we're going to click close because the top portion of our candy dispenser is done. Now we're going to work on the bottom portion. So we're going to go back to our draw line, and once we're in the draw line, we are going to place our line again at the point 7.5 3/4 of an inch and 0 along the Y. We're going to hit add. Okay, so that puts my point in here. Now for this next part, I don't have a specific length that I'm going to go, so we don't have to worry about typing in the angle or typing in a length. However, if you notice here on my cursor that there are two letters and then there are two numbers, which correspond to those two boxes that we saw over on the bar on the left. So the L is how long this line is. And if you see as I move this back and forth, the A is also adjusting. Okay, that's the angle. Okay, so I want to make sure that I'm at 45 degrees, and my length isn't super duper specific. All it has to be is longer. Okay, it has to move past the end of this line. So if I'm over here, and right now mine says 4.9 at 45 degrees, that's perfect. I can click and that's okay. And now, again, with this tail end, I don't need this, so I can hit escape and hit escape again, and my line is there. All right. We want to draw one more line in, and what we can do again is use our mirror button. We're going to select this line, and we're going to flip horizontally again. As you see, I didn't press Control C. Oh, I didn't press Control C and Control V before I did that. So now I get to do it again. There's what will happen if we don't do it and why we need to do that, like we talked about before. Okay. Once I have these two lines in like this, the very next thing I want to do is go to this button right here. It says extend. Okay. And what this is going to do is extend one of my lines that just ends someplace until it has a place to end against. So what I'm going to do is extend this line, and I could either extend it to this middle line or to this line. Well, I want to extend it to this line right here. So I'm going to click this line once, and I'm going to click the line that I want it to terminate at. Okay. So I'm going to click this line, click the line I want it to terminate at. And now I kind of have this funky, maybe almost Norse rune looking thing right here. This is what I want to have so far. Okay. I'm going to click close, and I want to draw one more line. Alright, so back to draw line, and here all I have to do is go until my cursor is right at the intersection here and click once, and move over to that. My cursor is over at this intersection. I'm going to click once, and then I'm going to hit escape, escape. And now I have this like plus symbol right here, which actually is going to be the center mark of a circle. This is why this middle line here is so important for us. Okay? So, to draw the circle, I'm going to go up here to draw circle. And I could type in my coordinates to that point. However, it's going to be pretty easy for me just to click here. But before I do that, I need to change this right here. So right now it's showing me the radius from the center to the outside edge of the circle. Okay? My drill bit tells me the diameter of the hole that I'm going to be drilling. So I want to click diameter. Okay? And then your diameter here might be different than what mine is. So you want to type in 3.25 because that's the size of the hole saw that we're going to use to create this project. So should be 3.25. And then what I'm going to do is come over here till I get to the place where these two lines intersect, and I'm going to click just one time, and it puts in my circle. Okay? Once I have that, I have to click apply, and then I can click close. Alright, my circle is now in place. The last thing I need to do now with this part is draw two more lines. I know, we're really liking those lines, huh? But we're going to use the draw polyline, and we're going to come right up here to the place where this long 6.75 inch line connects with our top, and we're going to click one time right there, and we're going to come to where that other 6.7 inch line began. Okay, we're going to click. Now this tailor, we're going to hit escape. Yes, I know, we'll have to click escape one more time, and then come over here to our polyline one more time. Do the same thing here along the bottom. Alright, what that does is it encloses this whole thing and it becomes one piece, and that'll be important with our next task coming up. Finally, we're going to use the trim tool, and we're going to start to get rid of stuff here that's on the inside. So the circle, we want to keep that for right now, but the lines that are inside the circle, we want to disappear. So we're going to trim those away. Alright, this line down here needs to go. This bottom portion of the circle needs to go, and because the line went through, we're probably going to have to click twice. Same thing with the top part of our circle. And then if you click there and you get rid of something you don't want, hit hold Control, and then press Z, and that will go back for us, because we need to keep those points there. But this is what our piece should look like now. Okay? And hopefully now that we have this in, we can go to Join, Open Vectors, and it looks like nothing is being selected, so we should be okay. So we can hit close, and at this point I want you guys to save. So go to File, Save, and then you're going to save this under your login name, and you can call this Candy Dispenser. Alright, I'm going to call this Candy Dispenser 2 because, well, I've went through this once before and I want to save this file. Alright, click Save, and then with the next video I'll show you how we're going to set up our tool paths with this file. Okay, thanks for watching, guys.